how to practice self-love in a real and meaningful way that's not cheesy at all. I was reading some articles the other day, and one of them was about 50 ways to practice self-love. And I think that the list started with something along the lines of get a manicure or get a pedicure or go get a massage. And it was all sorts of things like that, like clean your house. Yeah, these are things that feel really great, but let's get down to the basics. We are not good at prioritizing ourselves as a society, and we're not in the practice of taking really good care of ourselves on a day-to-day basis. So let's just start with the basics with self-love. And you don't have to go get a massage or a manicure. I love a good manicure as good as the next girl, but the things that I'm talking about for you to practice in self-love are not things that are going to be a complete waste in a week or two, like manicure. I'm talking about things that you can implement that don't cost anything, and actually, they might help you save money depending upon how you live your lifestyle. You will have happier relationships, you'll be better rested, and you'll be able to have a greater sense of confidence. Stick around, I'm about to give you all that and a little bit more.
Guild Coaching. More success, less stress.
Anytime is a good time to practice self-love. And I'm not talking about anything cheesy like sending yourself flowers, which was number 2 on the list of top ways to love yourself that I read the other day. I love flowers, and sometimes I do buy them for my house, but I'm not gonna send myself flowers and get the, what? Like that's just, I don't know. I think that's strange. Today we're talking about 5 really simple ways that you can start right now, don't cost you a dime, and some of them might save you a few, ways that you can practice self-love that really speaks to the core of who you are, because that's really what self-love is. Let's just define it first. Self-love isn't looking in the mirror and being like, hey, you sexy devil, even though maybe you do, which is fine. But self-love is really about taking care of yourself at the core of who you are so that you feel confident in who you are, and you know that you have the number 1 person in your life that you can depend on, which is yourself. Because you have to be putting yourself first, or otherwise you're shortchanging everything and everyone else in your life. So number 1, don't look at self-love or self-care as a selfish practice. What's selfish is when you don't put it first. But today we have 5 super quick and practical ways that you can practice self-love right now. It'll be good for your wallet. It'll be good for your waistline. We are going to start with the wallet part. If you are a fan of Starbucks, like I am, I'm going to encourage you to go a little less often. The first way that you can really show yourself, the core of your being, that you love yourself by taking care of your body, is to cut your caffeine levels. Caffeine is a drug. I have a friend, a very, very dear friend, and he loves coffee, and he drinks coffee every morning. And he and I have this morning text exchange with each other where I'm like, good morning. And he says, good morning. Sometimes he texts me first. Usually when I text him first, his response is something like, ugh, I've got to get coffee before I can think. No, if you're dependent on a substance like that, then you're too dependent on the substance. I do love a good latte, as good as the next girl or guy, but cut down on your caffeine to help increase your brain function, reduce your dependency, and even if you only drink it first thing in the day, because of the way caffeine works in your body, it does impact your rest. So just half it, or even cut it by 25%. Cut a little bit of caffeine out of your life and see over a couple of weeks how it increases your health. And I don't have caffeine completely out of my life, just a confession, I do drink herbal tea. I really enjoy it. I don't have it daily, but I do either enjoy it in the morning or in the evening, and even the caffeine-free herbal tea still has caffeine in it. So just be aware of what you're putting in your body, and put in your body really good things that aren't going to cause dependencies. The second way that I want you to start practicing self-love right now is by slowing down during your meal times. Put your fork down between bites. Sit back, chew, think about what you're tasting. How many meals have you been in lately that if you've been by yourself, you've just kind of eaten fairly quickly, putting a bite in right as that last bite is finished, going pretty quickly? Or if you're at a table with a bunch of people, you're not even paying attention to the wonderful gifts of food that you have in front of yourself because you're paying attention to the conversations at the table. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but if you'll slow down, put your fork down between your bites, give yourself time to actually experience the tastes and the flavors that you're having, even if it's the same thing that you eat every day. I have the same thing for lunch every single day because it keeps lunch disinteresting and I just get it done because all I'm doing is giving myself fuel. But I still stop and take deep breaths and appreciate the flavor of the mundane thing that I'm having. It's mundane for me because I have it every day. It's delicious, but it's the same thing every day. So put your fork down between bites. So far, I've saved you a few bucks at Starbucks. And when you put your fork down between bites, you're going to end up eating less because when you slow down your eating speed, it gives your stomach time to signal to your brain that you're full. So usually when you start to intentionally eat more slowly, you'll lose a pound or two. All right, the number 3 way that I want you to practice self-love right now is adopt a personal mantra. A personal mantra is something short, kind of an affirmation statement, but a little bit more than that you can say to yourself that kind of pumps you up. It's like your own personal halftime speech that you're going to get. So you're being your own coach there on your proverbial football field in your head. Adopt a personal mantra that helps you to get past anything that is standing in your way in your life, or even to get past a certain person who you have to work with who grates on your nerves or brings you down, or any negativity in your life. Adopt a mantra that can help bolster you and really give you confidence and surety for that moment. That will really, really help you. And what better way to love yourself than to give yourself that mental and emotional boost? The same way that if you're a mom like I am, or a dad, that you would your kids if they have a bad day and you're like, oh, it's okay, Junior, this and this and this, you tell them something encouraging. Find a personal mantra for yourself so that you can tell yourself that. And what I want you to do, if you have a personal mantra, go down to the chat and put your mantra in. I want to know what it is. And if you don't have a personal mantra and you have no idea what I'm talking about, I want you to put in the chat that you have no idea and you need help creating your own personal mantra. And then I want you to email me, and here's my email address on the screen. I want you to email me and I will get back with you with a couple questions that I need to help you develop your own personal mantra, absolutely free, my gift to you. So go ahead and do that now. Let me know if you need help creating your own personal mantra. The 4th way that I want you to focus on loving yourself and self-care is by prioritizing sleep. Whenever I think of sleep, I think of my dogs or kitty cats. There he is peeking at you right now. They really know how to prioritize their sleep, and sleep does so many good things for you. Just to name a few, sleep helps solidify your memory, so you'll have a better memory tomorrow of what you learned today, like this, if you get a good night's sleep. Sleep, or lack of sleep actually, is tied to the development of Alzheimer's disease later in life. So if you want a healthy brain for your whole life, then let your brain rest now. And also, sleep is tied to healthy weight balance. So if you want to go back to your waistline, like putting down your fork, sleep, getting enough sleep for your body, and you know that you don't have to do 8 hours or 6 hours. Don't go read an article, how much sleep do I need? You know how much sleep you need to feel your best. So make sure that you're getting that amount of sleep or more, and that can help you manage your weight. And when you're done getting all of this wonderful sleep, my self-care tip number 5 is to develop a short but effective morning routine for your own success. I have some gifts for you that I linked down in the description of this video that can help you develop your own routine. I actually wrote a blog on it last year, and I'm sharing those blog posts with you, and an ebook that's actually a workbook that will help you develop the morning routine that will work specifically for you. A lot of people go and they search for morning routines of their favorite celebrity or their favorite coach, and then they try to retrofit that into their lives. Don't do that. I've already created for you that ebook so that you can create your very own routine. And it doesn't have to be long. My morning routine is pretty long because I've built it up over time, but you start with 2 minutes. It's really not much time to spend on loving yourself. And really pay attention to me. Like, look in my eyes when I tell you this. You're worth so very much more than the little bit of time that you're giving yourself each day. So the least that you can do for yourself is, with intentionality, begin each day feeding yourself, feeding your soul. I'm not talking about food here, but feeding your soul with something that is going to carry it seamlessly through the next however many hours that you are going to be awake out in the elements, dealing with people and all of the trials and tribulations that life brings. Don't wake up first thing in the morning and have your feet hit the floor and just go like a racehorse. Give yourself a couple minutes, create a routine that is meaningful for you. Create something that will stick with you all day and that will really make you feel as though you're giving yourself your own mental and emotional internal hug. If this video has been of help to you at all, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to check the description for all of those gifts that I just talked about. And before we're done, will you please hit the subscribe button and that little bell? That's a notification bell, so you'll just get notifications here on YouTube the next time that we drop a video to help you live a happier life with more success and less stress. Until next time, I'm Dr. Jane Mims with Guild Coaching. I'll see you later.